deck that's like popped up. It's had a couple of GP finishes. We've played it on stream a number of times before. It feels really powerful as an aggressive deck. I think this deck lines up pretty poorly into the Terminus control decks like Blue Eye Control and Jeskai Control. But in my experience playing it against most other things, it feels really good and very consistent. It's a deck that has a lot of really complicated onboard math a lot of the time. So if you're good at counting quickly, this is definitely a deck for you. So I think the rule is don't mulligan hands that have the deck you're named after in it. I'm really not a fan of Legacy right now, Breed and Pool. I haven't been a fan of Legacy in a while, honestly. I'm not a big fan of the Xerox play patterns that Legacy produces. The Legacy is this weird format where there's 25 years worth of playable cards, legal sets in it, but like the number of playable cards in Legacy is actually smaller than the number of playable cards in Modern. Daniel 71, thank you very much for that brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And some of the counting in this deck too, like, you can definitely just like memorize play patterns at a certain point with a deck like this, where it becomes obvious to you that like, okay, this plus this plus this leads to this other thing. DJP, thank you for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for re-upping and keeping me employed here. I mean, there's definitely a lot of good decks in Legacy that don't just lose to Force of Will, but there's also a subset of games that do completely revolve around Force of Will. That is true. I'm going to play the Mox Opal here in case they're a Thalia deck. I don't even think that's true, Sab. I think if all the cards cost the same amount of money, Legacy would still not have that many playable cards in it. I think pointing to price is a cop-out. Legacy has a lot of very polarizing cards in it that are way more powerful than a lot of what's going on in the format. I think price stifles some amount of people out of the format, but I think if Legacy and Modern both cost the same amount of money, I'd be willing to wager that Modern would be more popular just because of the diverse selection of strategies that it is playable. Cycle this and see what we find. Rampant growth that gains 3 life is so good. Our start's pretty good here, but if we don't find a payoff soon, they're probably just going to Valakut us out of the game. I'm now deep in a Lady Gaga based YouTube hole that I can't get out. Farah, oh la la, da 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 da, do do do. I only sub for the Declan emote. I have a 2-year-old son, so I felt compelled to support him. Declan loves his emote, to be fair. He's great whenever he pops up. They'll pop up at some point today, because I'm going to be streaming past the time when they get home. Yeah, like, Ravager's lethal next turn. Inkmoth isn't a payoff on its own. Inkmoth's, like, combined with a payoff to kill them, but Throne of Geth is also lethal here. It's unfortunate that we're dead next turn. No, I won't be playing Dad during the stream, so that we're past those days. This is no longer a multitasking stream. Once upon a time, in a previous life, where this was a hobby and not a job, the children ran rampant while I streamed. Now that this is a job, that is no longer the case. So this is gonna kill both my things, I assume. Or did they do those in the wrong order? They definitely stacked those wrong. Sorry, friendo. Not sorry. Yeah, I should have played the second Mox so I could put those on Inkmoth. So, I start by attacking with Hangboy here, because they don't chump block, I kill them with Walking Ballista. Maybe capitalize on their mistake here. He's a big, scary Primeval Titan. You wouldn't want anything bad to happen to him, opponent. Big, scary Primeval Titan. Excellent. Excellent. We punted, opponent punted back, a game of Magic ensued. Shishisha. Fire in Malaysia. Put a hat on it. If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. Do 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 do. Beep beep beep. Bucket sand. Oh, oh, how I met your mother. Oh, how I met your mother. Do I have actual 0 cards for this matchup? I think I have actual 0 cards here. Oh, that is King of the Hill, isn't it? Yeah, that's Dale from King of the Hill. You're super right. Super Rusty Shackleford, yep. There you go, that's the layers. I'm actually just gonna click submit here. Yeah, but that died to Lightning Bolt, Peeber. So it's just like strictly incorrect to do it there. There's no reason to expose myself to Lightning Bolt. They were at 4. So like if I like go to pump and they bolt my thing in response, I just like lose the game on the spot. So you're right. In terms of mana in to counters out, your line was more optimal. But in the context of the game that I was playing, your line's really bad. Context is everything. What do they board in? They probably have some amount of like Ancient Grudges and Destructive Revelries and stuff like that. Yeah, this hand is very reasonable. How am I doing? I'm doing well, Toxic Flames. How are you doing? Happy Friday. TGIF, ladies and germs. TGIF. I love the thinly veiled or maybe they're not even thinly veiled, just like the comments from turds. They're just like, where'd the kids get the hair from, Jeff? Genetics could never skip a generation. The children must not be yours. Oh, the internet. Oh, the internet. Take I don't know, pay attention in your high school biology class, maybe. And you could understand where the hair could have come from. Homemade meat. Thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. 0 Arcbound Ravager. That's not true. I'm gonna give you Doll, take a 10-minute break and feel free to take a peek around the stream. There is a deck list available to you. Did I forget Stream Decker? I might have forgot Stream Decker. I totally forgot Stream Decker. But they didn't say Stream Decker was wrong. It says Blue-Eyed Eldrazi. I don't know what you're talking about. Sadly, that's just not true. The Hasty Pastry. I think we're dead, right? I think we're dead. I guess I can draw... If I draw Arcbound Ravager, I can kill them. Now, I think we can 20 them if we draw Arcbound Ravager. Let's take a draw for that. So if we'd have drawn Arcbound Ravager there, it would have gotten 2, 4... Yeah, we would have killed them with Arcbound Ravager there, plus the Walking Ballista. The DPS on this deck is just, like, absurd when you get Ravager, Scales, Ballista together. Just, like, goes real big real fast. I think this is a keep. I've been to Portillo's lately. It's been a hot second. Never mind, I should message Christine, ask if she can stop and get dinner on our way home since I'm working late. Why aren't there copies of Hardened Scales in her deck? I don't understand. Yeah, Bloomington has a Portillo's. Now, technically, Normal has a Portillo's, but we call it the Bloomington Normal area for a reason, right? No, Kent went and got it when Kent was here. Will I play Arena today? Yeah, actually, this is gonna be our last Modern League of the afternoons. This is our first match in this league, I believe. Yeah, first match. We've got 4 more matches of Modern after this one, and then we're gonna spend the rest of the day playing Standard on Arena. I really like the Pirates deck, Bionic. Don't ask me, like, I'm never gonna be the one to tell you not to play the Tempo deck, because the Tempo deck is awesome. I tweeted my latest Pirates list last night. I've been testing Thief of Sanity to mixed results. Thief's very good against blue-green, or black-green, but kind of medium in other places. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now, because it's a little bit better against Anger of the Gods. Other than challenge or friend function, is there anything obvious and simple Arena is missing? They should be monetizing cosmetic items. That should be fairly simple to implement. It will be good for the game. Nah, we run the Arena segment of the stream the same way we run the rest of it. People that send me dollar dues dictate what we do. So I've got the deck queue. I've been really excited. I wasn't sure how standard donation decks were going to go over, and the deck queue has like, I don't know, like almost 30 standard decks in it at the moment, which is awesome because I want to play a bunch of standard. What are we bolting? If they have a sweeper here, we're probably dead. Maybe this was wrong. I should have just let this die, because now I'm going to be dead to an Anger. I should have just let this die and then held the Welding Jar for when they swept. Wow, they don't have a sweeper. That is so good for me. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and fire this up here too and just like stack counters on these. K-Return? K-Return doesn't really accomplish anything right now, right? Alright, Hulk Smash. K-Return. K-Return's also cards that are like pretty unlikely to play. The third point of damage is really important in a lot of matchups, far more than the instant speed. Decks that could play K-Return generally will do so because they play colorless things that search colorless cards. Been looking for fun lists to play in Arena. It didn't occur to me till just now I checked the deck queue. Yep. Yeah, a ton of sweet things in the deck queue. Ooh, rough. Okay. Okay, Ancient Grudge is kind of a tough nut there, but at the same time, I guess if they go land Titan, we're in a little bit of trouble now. I mean, they're dead next turn, assuming they don't have, like, a Titan here. Like, if they hadn't had the Ancient Grudge, we're gonna kill them through Titan, which would have been ideal. But, like, now Titan gums up the works. Yeah, the Elder does both things. So we have to fade Scape Shift here now too, which sucks. So is Ravager lethal? Ravager is lethal, as often is the case. Anyone submitted Rakdos Burn yet? I don't think so for standard. You can find the deck queue on my website. There's enough things in the deck queue that I just honestly don't remember. Excuse me, don't remember everything that's in it. Throne of Geth, also lethal. Get you. Shishisha. Noah Braid. Noah Braid. Noah Braid. Someone said good games. Got him. Why aren't you running Ravager? I'm playing Throne of Geth as a budget replacement for Ravager. What match is this? I know when to tune back in for a reasonable format / class going on, man. Yeah, it was match number 1. Got four more matches of Modern here. The deck feels really powerful every time we played it. Hit a bunch of 4-1s and 5-0s with this. This is another deck I kind of considered playing at the Invitational, but I think Elves is a little bit better against the sweeper decks. How many super decks in the format? So the problem is that it's not even that there's a guarantee. There's just everything in Modern, right? So, like, you could reasonably have a tournament where you play against, like, 4 Jeskai decks. You could reasonably have a tournament where you play against 0, right? Like, that's just, like, how Modern works. Our opening hands have been really good so far today. Do I borrow cards for paper tournaments or rent them? So Spare Deck was the website that rented cards, and they no longer exist. So I'll be on the beg, borrow, steal plan for paper tournaments. I actually had a sub reach out already. I think it was Tara. I'm probably misremembering the name, but I had a sub reach out already, and they said I could borrow their elf deck for the Invitational if I wanted it, which would be great. I had another wonderful sub reach out and let me know that I could borrow standard cards for the Grand Prix. I'm thinking about going to, so God bless Hoaglandia. What's going on, Furious? I feel like it's been a while. I feel like I haven't said that username for a bit. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the clue token was sweet, Stinger. I hate to say it, but I think I'm done with Modern once he starts supporting a new non-rotating format. I've not been having... So, like, the thing about Modern is that Magic's a great game. So I think when Standard started being poop, a lot of us just, like, wanted a great place to, like, keep playing Magic because it's an awesome game. But, like, there's a lot of really bad games of Magic in Modern. So, like, when we have an alternative to that that's also non-rotating, I think that's going to be a really big thing. I think when we get a new non-rotating format, a lot of people are going to discover that they just want a non-rotating format, not that they really specifically enjoyed Modern. Modern was just, like, the non-rotating format that was accessible. Yeah, I agree, Graja. Actually, the Warhammer card game, they've just made a ton of great decisions. Like, the fact that they have cosmetics that are monetized right away. Their client update today was actually fantastic as well. I played a little bit at the gym. I just don't enjoy the cantrip focused format that Legacy is. It's not enjoyable to me. Ah, the sweet, sweet call of Cryptic Command. Many have fallen to its luster. I can't hear you, but you're more interesting than class. Keep shilling. Let's give Project Swamp a typed thanks since they have their audio off. Pro G, thank you for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. If they don't have a Path to Exile, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. If they do have a Path to Exile, we really need to draw a payoff here. Yeah, if you're looking for a mobile game to play right now, I can't recommend Champions enough. It's a really well-designed game that has a really great digital client that works on mobile. They actually don't have a desktop client. It only works on mobile at the moment. No, I think Magic as a game is big enough where even if we add another new format, like Magic's a game that's basically always growing. So like Modern's not gonna die off when they introduce a new format. Like it's just gonna be another bucket that people can play with their cards in. Like while Modern isn't perfect, it has things that can only happen in Modern that are sweet. Yeah, Age of Sigmar Champions is the Warhammer card game. If we don't find a Ravager here, we might just lose this race. We really want a Ravager or a Throne of Geth so we can crack one of these Hangarback Walkers and make a bunch of blockers. It's okay, Prudgy. There's a command. Look at that. There's a command. I made an intro how to play video. I've streamed the Warhammer game a little bit. I'll probably make a point to stream it some more at some point in the future. Was Modern always a turn 3 format? Turn 3-4 format that happened somewhat recently. That's been a somewhat recent occurrence. Back in like the twin, when Twin Pod Jund was like the format trifecta, it was much slower than it is today. That's an Arcbound Ravager. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Y'all ready to see some shenanigans? Are y'all ready for some shenanigans? Yeah, the Warhammer card game has a table, and that's the thing too. Like if you're someone that plays in paper and digital, the Warhammer card game has a paper component as well, which is really sweet. And any cards you buy in paper, you also get in digital. Gankophobia, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. Welcome, I appreciate that. So now I get to sack this. I get to put 3 counters on this. And then I get to crack this bad boy. Sorry, 5 counters. You haven't put a diamond to. Yeah, the free-to-play is good on the Warhammer card game too for just digital. The free-to-play definitely seems very reasonable. And they actually made the free-to-play better in today's update. Because you get a booster pack every 5 missions you complete now, on top of getting the mission rewards. You think they were just dead. They weren't just dead. They had blockers. Did we get Nimble Obstructionist here? No. If they have Nimble, more power to them. But... Yeah, I wanted the guaranteed counters on my Hangarback Walker. More Thopters is ideal here. I like this deck a lot. I think Traditional Affinity is fine too. We've actually played both of those. We've played Traditional Affinity and this deck pretty recently, and they both feel pretty good. Yeah, it's got 2 Niven. I actually just added it, Brian. I just added it, so the thing under the stream might not be updated. If you go to the deck queue on my site, there's a link to it. I think it's got 2 Nivs in the main, I believe. Wow. I like the no attacks there is kind of like a concession, right? Brian, thank you for the 28 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I use Bolas to reanimate my opponent's Teferi, then played another Bolas, transferred, but use it to reanimate their div visit. That's awesome. There's a lot of sweet things to be doing in Standard. If you're one of the types of people who has been trying aimlessly to make derpy control decks playable in Modern when they're really not, this Standard format is for you. This Standard format, all the derpy control decks you've always wanted to be Modern playable, they're Standard playable. Really? I don't know, like, so look at the last few standard Pro Tours during formats that were bad. We knew those formats were going to be bad before the Pro Tour happened. A lot of the innovation has happened at week 1 standard events, like Grand Prix, Opens, Magic Online, digital clients, like this idea that all innovation comes from the Pro Tour is like some nonsense, basically. I have no idea why they double blocked here. Unless they have a path to exile. But if they have a path to exile, this like isn't very good for them, right? What are you saying about a new format? We're gonna get a new non-rotating format at some point here. Alright, so they do have a path. Okay, so path to exile means I'm gonna sack this and get my tokens. And then, so this will happen. And then I'll animate this Inkmoth, and then I'll sack the Arcbound to itself. And put these, like, have a 2020 Inkmoth. $22. I don't know about you, but Inkmoth is feeling 22. Got the old Abyss here. How are you enjoying the Abyss this time of year, opponent? This is my merit, liege. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Inkmoth feeling mid-20s. 22 is not mid-20s. 22 is early 20s, chat. Come on now. Don't make me feel old. It's basically a 44. It's got double strike, effectively. So here I think I put 6 here, right? And then put 1 in front of each of these other rattle chains. Let's do this. Oh, I guess I could put 4 in front of here, because 4 kills this. I could do this. Oh, I could have animated Inkmoth. I'm so dumb. Shh. Shh. I could have animated Inkmoth. You're super correct. So if I do this, I'll have 4 left over. Yeah, this is fine. I didn't animate Inkmoth because I was clicking too quickly. We were too busy singing. That could actually cost us this game, right? Like, I'd be plus 4 Thopters if I'd have animated it. Oh, you know what? No, I had to block there. Yeah, never mind. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, chat. So they have to block here. And then I have 5 blockers still, and they have to leave at least 1 attacker back. Or 1 blocker back. Yeah, we could actually die because I messed this up. I should have. Yeah, activate the Abyss. I should have 4 more Thopters here. If I had 4 more Thopters, we'd be winning this by a very significant margin. Would not be a close game. Now we're gonna have a close game because I messed up. Rena, you want to learn about marketing 101 here? We're talking about custom battle boards. Like, why couldn't it always be yours? Because showing off your sweet battle board to your opponent encourages more people to buy sweet boards. People like to show off their bling. It's the same reason people buy fancy basic lands. People don't buy fancy basic lands just for themselves. people buy fancy basic lands to show to their opponent, hey, look at how much better that I am than you, opponent. My basic lands are sweet, and yours aren't. All right. Definitely want these Witch members. I have to board in Nature's Claim, right? Because they're just like a Stony Silence deck. That's how this goes. I don't think they have anything that Welding Jar is relevant against. I don't care what you think about them. I don't know that that's true. I don't know if I believe you. I feel like sending messages is important. They could have Disenchant. Yeah, I think that's pretty unlikely. Gosh, we're so good at having Hardened Scales in our opener today. It's unfortunate that one. Yes. Yes, we are. Very, very good at having Hardened Scales in our opener. There's just so many MVPs in this deck. Just like, they all just like, all the pieces just like fit together so elegantly. I run no sleeves and always show up to the table with a bag of Doritos and a bottle of soda. That reminds me of a funny story. Do you all remember... There's probably a lot of kids in chat that don't remember this. Do you remember the standard decks they had once upon a time? I guess they kind of predate the challenger decks, but there was a pre-constructed standard deck that had Stoneforge Mystic in it during World Wake. I am a pterodactyl. Thank you for the 13-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. Yeah, the event decks. I remember at this open during that time, there was a dude who he bought 9 event decks, and every round he sat down at the table and he opened the event deck in front of his opponent, shuffled, and presented. It was really funny. Just no sleeves, just shuffle, present. Oh, I should have played the Darksteel Citadel because then my Mox Opal would be active. And when people are saying, why? Because I still tell that story and other people tell that story. That's why you do things like that. For the stories, chat. This skin for... I turned the graphics down, Marty. People were complaining about the effects in Arena, so I turned the graphics down. This is low graphics mode. You turned them down too far. Has science gone too far? I think we're dead. In 5 years, Jeff will just be that owl costume guy. 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and just power this up now, actually. If I can click the right thing here. So they can't, like, path me in response. Do you see the news about Fred shutting down PvP tools? I mean, that's smart on his part. He's paying a lot of money for it, Marty. To, like, get all that done. Hex is effectively dead. I gave him money when I was playing Hex. He did good stuff. It's just sad, yep. Yeah, I don't think we can win this game, chat. And games like this are, like, while this deck is very good, I've talked on this stream at length about, like, feel smart decks. This is not a feel smart deck. Like, even though this hand is fine and I would keep it again, just like the games you lose with decks like this, you don't have a lot of play to them a lot of the time. You're just like, well, we died. You can beat nut draw decks, but, like, you can't always. All right, is Arcbound Ravager? That's not enough to be lethal here, right? So Arcbound Ravager is 2, 4, 6, 8 counters. So I could shoot for So 2, 4, 6, 8, and then it's 9 counters onto here. So this is 13 counters. 13. I guess I can kill most of their board here, huh? Actually, if I attack and they don't block, they're dead, right? This deck is dumb. If I attack, they don't have a path and don't block, they lose the game. I'm not beating a path to exile, chat. Let's go. I would like to put my chips in the middle of the table, please. God, I hope they're dead. Are they conceding? I think they're conceding. Well, you know, just, all right. Magic the Gathering. There's better robbery. God bless. Look at the A+. The A+ emote was such a good addition. That was good. I think that was Brecken's idea. That was very, this deck is powerful when it does its thing, chat. Someone call the cops, because there's been a burglary. I mean, that really wasn't a feel smart line, right? It was just like attack with everything. That wasn't a feel smart line. That wasn't interactive. That was I out lineared them. I thought we were getting out lineared, and we didn't get out lineared. Like that's I said this deck is good. I just said when you win, you out linear people. When you lose, you get out lineared. That's how decks like this work. Put those towards a random deck. Will do, AGH. Thank you for the support. If enough people put the sing emote in chat, you have to sing a bar. What constitutes a bar? How much singing? How's everyone doing? I've been really bad about chilling. Welcome, folks. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer, memer, content producer, whatever you want to call it here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week sometimes. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their very wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by supporting some of my very wonderful sponsors. Harry's Razors would like to get you that nice, close, clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleShave or harrys.com. You can save $5 on your... I don't actually know that harrys.com is their URL. Use bit.ly/HoogleShave. We've destroyed the shell! At any rate, Harry's has a great product, and you can save $5 on your trial kit, your starter kit with them by using code Jeff Hoagland. That starter kit is $5 with no further commitment, or as little as $3 if you sign up for one of their recurring razor delivery services. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards directly with other players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off the top. It is Harrys.com. Shilling saved. Cardsphere is a great service. You know, turn those useless cards you have into something useful. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own artwork or choose from the wide selection of artwork that they have on their website. You can also find some of my custom artwork on there. You can find some Hoaglandia playmats. We have a message deleted playmat up there with my Jester and my website URL on it. And of course, speaking of Hoaglandia stuff, welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. I would just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Remember, if you are enjoying the content, hit that follow button. Following your stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. Remember, past my streaming, if you want more of my content, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hogan. Everything I play gets archived there. Wait, does that say Standard next? Yeah, this is going to be our last Modern League of the day, Justin, and we're going to play some Standard after this. Why would we play Standard? Because Standard is awesome and Arena is great. They feel like playing a video game tonight. Yeah, all Standard will be done in Arena on this channel. Modern's been beating me up lately, Justin. It's been tough getting excited to play Modern, so I just need a little bit of a break so I don't burn out. I'm doing a couple of decks today just to make sure the queue doesn't get too stale, but I can't do a full day. When do the shirts go live? November 1st. November 1st, shirts will be for sale. And hopefully we will have, yep, keep that one. I actually have some of them here. We're going to have these up for sale here soon, too. We have, Hoaglandia. Where's the one webcam large? We've got pins. Oh no! It fell out of the bag. All right, I'll keep that one. I won't sell it. Oh, it's not broken. It's fine. Look, we got little jester pins. Little pins you can put on things. We've got pins, and we've got tokens, and we've got stickers. Lots of great Hoaglandia stuff. And once we need to figure out what we're selling them through, how we're collecting money, and like making sure taxes and stuff get paid on them accordingly and stuff like that, so Uncle Sam gets his cut. So right now there's just playmats on the website, but by next month, November 1st, shirts and cups will go live through Streamlabs, and then pins, tokens, and stickers should be up hopefully before that even. We are going to ship them internationally. However, international shipping can sometimes be expensive, so you'd have to be willing to pay to ship them internationally. Do I know the pricing? Yeah, most of it's going to be pretty cheap. I'm doing it all pretty close to cost. I think the pins cost like a little bit less than $3 to make per pin. The tokens were like a quarter. The stickers were like 75 cents or so. I don't intend to make money on merchandise. My goal is to just get merchandise to people that wants it. Can you trade Cardsphere into Magic Online tickets? I don't think they do digital stuff. I don't know, Justin. I think like 60 points. I'm not playing more Modern today, Justin. I'm saying no to your money. I want to play Standard. So like, and this is because I've been doing this for the pterodactyl. You don't have a mod sword? Let's fix that. The trying not to make money on merch isn't out of the kindness of my heart, chat. The goal of merchandise, in my mind at least, is to people who want to buy Hoaglandia merch. They're people that want to be invested in what our stream is doing, right? So like people buying stuff with my logos on it are like, those people want to get more invested in the channel. And I want people to be able to do that for as little as possible. That keeps, if you own Hoaglandia stuff, you're more likely to keep coming back. Take any extra money you would have spent on markup and like give it to me for a donation deck or sub or whatever else you want to do. Justin, the standard deck, based on the modern decks that you submit, it is absurd to me. Marty, I have to ask, Marty, you didn't rob a bank, right? You haven't started working for the mafia recently. You're not, I want to make sure that this is, thank you for the just all of the sub gifts from Marty. Just what's a sub gift? A sub gift gives somebody a subscription to the channel. Marty, did you win the lottery? Winning the lottery is a good, honest thing that could have happened. Mr. Craze, thank you for the brand new Prime support. And Marty, thank you for all the gifts recently. Did you rob a bank? Radical Panda MTG, thank you for the Prime sub. Thanks for shipping those Bezo bucks this way. Yeah, I have the sub sound off at the moment. I think that's probably for the best. I want a pin with Lisa on it. Thank you, Luca. I'm thinking that the next cult event will be a tournament in Dallas in February if you'll be here for the tournament anyways. Yeah, I think I am going to come to Dallas for the tournament. They've gifted 159 subs. That's a couple, it's a couple of subs, Marty. It's a couple of subs. Do I just let this happen? Nah, I'll make them use the other one. Are sub gift random, or how does that work? When you give them in mass, like when he doled out 20 of them, those are random. But you can choose specific people to give gifts to as well. People that were just gifted subs, enjoy your emotes and make sure you pop into the subs Discord. So I assume this is going to trophy the Seal Overseer again here. Yeah, Justin, if you haven't watched the Esper Amulet deck, you should definitely check that out. I was asking if I want to earn bits by watching ads like I'm some sort of peasant. Please make it stop. Oh, Justin. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Oh, I really just want a thing that makes 1/1 counters, chat. I just never drew any gas here and died. Too many hardened scales. We got it up, but we didn't go anywhere with it. Oh, I can use the module. Wait, what? What does this do? We'll do stuff. It'll be okay. It's okay, we're gonna die anyways. There's a distinct lack of mono blue tempo in your standard queue. There is currently, Jesse. Mono blue tempo and blue black are tempo. Are my two favorite decks in the standard format right now. Yeah, like the standard format has combo decks. It's got control, mid-range, aggro. It just literally has all the things. Because of the sub gift. Yeah, you should try out the Esper Dirtle deck, Justin. Or the Just Guy control deck we're going to play today. The Teferi decks are really good. You're playing Storm right now? Yep. There's a Storm deck in Standard. There's a Lich's Mastery combo deck in Standard. Alright, so I'm going to play this like with this. And then we'll activate the animation. We're going to win this game, aren't we? I punted and we're going to win anyways. I tried to lose this game and our deck's just not going to let us. You get more counters by playing it for 1 and then moduling it. Yeah, you're right. I totally could. Because it would just be 1 more mana, right? So, like, this would be tapped. Yeah, maybe that's better. Oh. Justin had some bits. Oh, that was Justin Bits' message from a while ago. Yeah, that's true. It would have died to Bolt. That's a good point. Yeah, playing around Bolt's probably better than getting 1 more counter here. Hey, Acidy Dragon with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much for the support and welcome. And Hungry Bull, thank you for the brand new Prime support there. Thanks for keeping me employed with that. How is this matchup? I genuinely don't know. I haven't played this deck enough to like know the ins and outs of all of its matchups. It's possible I'm supposed to just crack my Hangboy here, but at the same time, I kind of like getting to use animation module on this next turn. Was a good draw. I think we're actually gonna win this game, which is quite absurd to me. Like, they don't have a Path to Exile in their deck, so we're probably good. Actually, maybe I should have pushed this up higher. Even like lands are fine draws at this point. Like, would you have a lot of utility lands in your deck? Like, Basic Forest would have been bad. Please do not make me fall out the form, add mono blue, temper the queue. That sounds good, Jesse. Yeah, archetypes I'm okay with playing, but like, especially when you're letting me pick the specific deck list, that's fine. Thank you for the biddies. Yeah, animation module is very, very good in this deck. Not close. This might not be a Karn matchup, right? Maybe this isn't a Karn matchup. We're dead, we win. Yep, Marty. I might be willing to throw in the towel too soon. Is this a Steel Overseer out matchup? This card kind of sucks against the removal, right? But it's also like, if they don't remove it, it wins the game. What do you think of this? I think it's a no Overseer matchup. Yeah, but like, a lot of our things we don't mind if they die. So like, leaving in a Flag Bearer when like the rest of our things, it's just like, okay, you killed my thing, that seems bad. I think it's a no Overseer matchup. A lot of my other things, if they die, it's just like, all right, yep, that died. The King of Hoaglandia with the $100 donation. All right, what's this for, Justin? I told you we're not playing more Modern today. Blah, blah, blah. Standard is stupid. Can't even play Howled Fountain yet, so here, go play some Glacial Fortress. Am I planning on doing hats as merch? I think Streamlabs does hats. Thank you for the support, Justin. I'm waiting to see when it pops up. Straight blue-white control. In, Justin. In. In BT Dubs, the deck after that one will be just Guy control. Yeah, sounds great. I also started much later today, AGH. Also, I think like people are kind of like, so I've done, this is my 5th stream this week. Both of my standard streams this week had significantly more viewers than my 2 modern streams earlier this week. We need hats with the Moto hats on it. I peaked at like 1,600 on Wednesday night extras, which is high for me. My average viewer count is only like 900 or so. Stop shaving Modern, Jeff. Modern's a sweet format. It's got some things going on, but it also has a lot of bad games in it. Standard's good, and it's fun to watch. And Arena is fun to watch. How has the YouTube views been? So it's actually interesting. So since I added Standard to my stream schedule, my Modern videos on YouTube have gotten more views, which I guess makes sense because there's less of it, right? So like when I'm making 40 hours of Modern content a week, most people can't watch all of it. So when I'm only producing like 20 or 25 hours of modern content a week, more people can watch all of it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, like, the standard content, like, branches into new audiences in a way. I'm not sure on the bot. The bot might be having some issues. Yeah, having these extra lancers is pretty good for us. Have any last minute suggestions for that? Nope, just have a good time. Have fun. With the overwhelmingly positive response to MTG, do you think we'll consider? I think there's a lot of both technical and time hurdles with implementing Modern and Arena. And honestly, I don't know. I don't think implementing Modern and Arena would make them more money than just implementing a new non-rotating format in Arena would. Yeah, I mean, Trophy is definitely much worse against this deck than Abrupt Decay, right? Hex had better sounds than Arena. I honestly don't, I don't always play with headphones, and I didn't play with Hex headphones a lot of the time, so I guess I don't know offhand or remember, like, what exactly the Hex sounds were. Yeah, in order for a new non-rotating format to be a success, it's going to have to exist on both Arena and paper. Not close. No, I don't think that's true, Bad Tanker. In fact, I think making a new non-rotating format be Extended Plus, well, just by being non-rotating, it's not Extended Plus. Like, Extended was a rotating format. That's why Extended failed. Extended wasn't popular because it rotated. Are they dead to the Inkmoth? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can only put them to, it's only 7, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. The only good thing about standard is no resto. I love the salty bits, Justin. Yeah, we can only do 8 here. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack for 1 and then pass. The rate WotC has been adding cards to Arena. It would take them until 2023. Yeah, I think even if Wizards of the Coast did have long-term plans and thought it was financially worthwhile to add Modern to Arena, it wouldn't exist for years at the earliest. Which is why when like people talk about Magic Online going away, it's like even if that was their goal, like that's not happening for a very long time. Any reason to not swing for 3? I don't really want to trade my Arcbound Worker for their Blood Braid. Robot Man, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Do we crack Relic to search for an artifact? I mean, cracking the Relic to search for an artifact is counterproductive, right? Maybe? Yeah, I could see that being an okay line. No, I want to make this a 4/4 so I can block. They're dead to any artifact that I can cast here. Honestly, I think there's a couple different points where they could draw the line. I think they could draw the line at Shadows over Innistrad. I think they could draw the line at Origins. I think they could draw the line, honestly, at Ixalan. It might just be that, like, these bad standard formats that we've had for a while, they just, like, want them gone and forgotten. And we just, like, don't want Kaladesh and other things like that in the new format. Alright, I'm gonna play around Slaughter Pact here because I can. Yeah, that's true, Marty. The problem with starting at Ixalan means that when Standard rotates next fall, it wouldn't be that different between Standard and the non-rotating format. Yeah, you can regenerate Slaughter Pact. All right. Well, after much complaining about field bads, we're now 3-0. We do well with this deck every time we play it. I think we 5-0'd last time. This archetype's very powerful. Like I said, I think it's really bad against Celestial Colonnade decks, but in the format in general, it's very good. It's like if you're looking for a powerful deck to play in Modern, this deck is a great choice. I agree, Buzz. I think once upon a time, the early builds were kind of bad without scales, but I think the way this deck's finally been constructed and built and tuned, that their current iteration is pretty fine without it. There is actually a risk factor burn deck in the queue already, and you are welcome to donate any amount of dollar dues you'd like to bump it up. I generally try not to accept double donations for overlapping archetypes. We're gonna play video games after this one, Tumos. So we're finishing up this one. If I put together the tournaments, I'm getting crowns made. Sounds good, Justin. I'm getting jester hats made. I should hopefully have them for the invitational. When am I playing the Creeping Chill Phoenix list? It's going to be third tonight, Marty. I'm going to do Justin donated 100 because he wanted to cut, and then Bob sent in a bunch of subs too. So I was going to do Blue White Control, Jeskai, and then yours. So how do I want to sequence here? Do I want to just assume I'm going to draw gas? Yeah, I guess I'll just do this and then Arcbound Worker. I could like wait a turn on the Arcbound Worker to make a 1/1 counter. I'll make a 1/1 token with this, but let's just try and draw a spell, I think. I'm putting $100 into Magic Arena. What sets do you think you should just? You should buy packs from. Honestly, just buy all guilds. You're gonna need all the Shocklands. Just buy 90 guilds packs. That's just the. Unless you're playing a deck that doesn't have Shocklands in it somehow, just buy 90 guilds packs. Voice of Resurgence, Chris. Probably a Stony Silence deck. Every day I'm shuffling Schmidtward. Beep 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 doo. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 doo. Beep 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 beep. I should give the people what they want, right? This is what they want the camera to show. They want to just see. They just want to just see this. They don't want to see. They don't want to see my face. My face is ugly. Me shuffling cards is beautiful. What deck is that? It is a pile of worthless Magic the Gathering cards that I keep on my desk for purposes of shuffling. I also shuffle them on both sides since I like to riffle, so that way they bend in both directions. We're closer to a cam girl because it's pointing straight at my crotch. God bless. God bless. All right, I'll stop now. Oh. All hot and bothered now. Sorry, I'll refrain from showing my crotch on stream again. I don't want people to get too hot and bothered. Let's be honest, when isn't Ravager lethal? How long will Christy allow me to keep you in Dallas before calling the police? Can we do a 2-day tournament? I don't know offhand. Because look at my lands right now. I want you to tell me how I cast a 2/3 snake that's green-black. You should add 140 cards. 140 cards isn't enough to be Battle of Wits. Battle of Wits is 240 cards. Tilt. Ravager's still probably lethal. I think Ravager is still lethal. The BCW elite guards, those sleeves that I was just abusing for you on camera, those are their elite guards. They are very durable. Very, very durable. This can, yeah, this can target a player, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit them for 1 here and then give them another poison counter and make a token. I choose you, Pikachu. Put a hat on it. If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. Oh, I don't get to make a 1/1. I don't get to make a 1/1 when I put a hat on them. Okay. How is the front of them? Are they like the Ultra Pro? Eclipses are more clear. They have a gloss front. So they're not the matted, foggy front. Your cards look crystal clean through them. So there's, the top half of this card is out of the sleeve. The bottom's in this sleeve. Looks basically the same. They're very, very clear sleeves. Your foils will look good in them. They're also a good price too. They're, yeah, you're right. I could have double pumped with Blinkmoth and gotten more damage in than activating the module. I thought the animation module was gonna give me a 1/1 counter, a 1/1 creature, but that only happens when I put a thing on one of my things. So that was a misunderstanding on my part. The Arclight Phoenix Creeping Chill deck list is not listed in the queue because I have it in my deck editor. It doesn't auto-lose when you don't draw scales. This deck's really bad against the Terminus decks. It's really, really bad against blue-white. If you don't like losing to blue-white, this is not the deck for you. I split the corners on the Dragon Shield bat. So like when I pack sleeves, I'm pretty aggressive with them. Like when I sit here and go like, when I go like this and pack them into each other. And when I do this with Dragon Shield bats, I do this with a lot of sleeves, the corners split. And no joke, when the BCW guy, Rich, asked me if they wanted to sponsor stream, I was like, give me some of your sleeves, I need to shuffle with them. And when I did that for an event and didn't break a corner, I was just like, yeah, these are great. These would be fine to advertise. If I cannot break them with my aggressive shuffling, then they've got to be good. What paper deck? That is a casual red-green madness deck from my childhood. At what good cost? They are $6.50 for 80 sleeves. And that's before my discount code that gets you 10% off. If this deck doesn't draw Hardened Scales, I don't think that's true. I think just your normal like Ravager Steel Overseer draws without Hardened Scales like do things that are like kind of fine. And that deck was probably built when I was like 15 or 16. 15 and 16-year-olds are children. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I actually don't think your Tron matchup is unwinnable. I think with 4 wet balls on the board, you can win that matchup more often than not. How do you get that riffle in the side shuffle? I'm notoriously bad at shuffling. Trying 5+. Well, I mean, like, just because your deck is well shuffled doesn't mean you're not going to flood out. Like, a shuffled deck is going to flood sometimes. Like, a deck that is sufficiently randomized is going to have clumps in it. Random includes clumps. All right, so this is getting path to exiled, but that's fine. Something's getting pathed at some point. Might as well be this now. Oh, you're saying Tron is the gen. Okay, that makes sense. Not if you cheat, that's true. If you got the old double nickel. And listen, chat, all I'm saying is we don't punish cheaters in Magic. So, you know, if you want to win, cheat. And maybe Wizards of the Coast will change their mantra on that at some point. We'll actually punish cheaters. The lack of punishment for cheaters is one of the reasons why I avoid paper Magic a bit. 4 color Sahili Democracy, apologize for the comment. No worries, Frenzy Mage. I overacted a little bit myself too. Thank you for the bits, I appreciate it. Animation module was a very good find for this deck. It was a great addition. All right, Crunch. They don't have another path here. We're going to kill them very quickly. How prevalent is cheating at SCG/GP events, percentage of players? Well, the actual answer is that a lot of people who cheat are pretty reasonable at it, so we don't know the answer to that, right? Like, we don't know who the good cheaters are. We only know the bad cheaters because they got caught. And the other thing too is I don't think that a lot of cheating is premeditated. I think a lot of the cheating that occurs in Magic are like cheats of opportunity, right? They're like instances like with the Dan guy where something came up and he did something because he thought he could get away with it. So he took an opportunity to do that. I don't think I think when a lot of people talk about like cheating in Magic, they think about like the Jared Betcher like shuffle cheating people, and I don't think that's not what most cheating happens. What do you think watchers do to punish cheating players? They should be banned for 2 to 3 years the first time we confirm that somebody is cheating. I think the second time they do it, if they come back and do it again, you should ban them for life. Should be a 2-strike policy. Betcher was like literally palming lands to the top of his deck, or to the top of people's decks while he was shuffling them. The opponent's deck, yep. He was like shuffling their deck and palming lands to the top of it so they'd flood out and die. And for reference, he is a scumbag, and he's legal to play Magic the Gathering again. So if you're playing Magic in the Northeast and you get paired into Jared Betcher, thank Wizards of the Coast for their soft stance on cheating. No, I'd apply it to all of it, Apostle Man. You get caught cheating once. Ban them for 2 to 3 years. And then make it permanent. Just green white garbage pile. Now they're playing Bant. They've got spell callers in their deck. All right, so they're dead if they don't have a path. Oh, they're not dead because they have a bird. I already clicked, chat. I already clicked. I know, I realize that they have a bird and can jump block. Okay, I already clicked. Calm down. That is no longer the case, Albar. Once upon a time, you were allowed a simple cut after your opponent manipulated your deck, but that is not the case anymore. Your opponent is the last person to touch your deck at all times. That's a good one. That makes sense too. Yeah, so night getting a thing makes sense. Do I need to jar? Why do I need to jar? What does jarring do for me? Oh, I could have abyssed them with this too, I suppose, right? Although the knight's too big. Like, do I need the land to win the game? I'm aware that we could save the Inkmoth, but like, is that better than just like having these jars in play? Like, again, like when I say why do we want to do that, I don't mean tell me the oracle text of the magic card, chat. I mean, like, in the context of the game, why is that better than just like holding the jars? Leap's probably better than... Okay, I'd buy that for $1. That's a good suggestion. See how constructive and specific that is? Thank you, another MTG player, for being a wonderful, wonderful example to chat. Maybe Karn's better than the third Welding Jar, even. No, I don't think so. Actually, thinking about the Knight of the Reliquary, I don't think it's correct to try and be aggressive and push lethal there. I think I'd rather just go wider. Hand's never beating a Stony Silence, but like that's true for most of our hands, right? Their deck is just like full of 3-drops, right? So I just like kill this on the spot. Gamer, thank you for the 4-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna concede to Stony Silence just to set expectations here. I'm gonna concede if they Stony Silence us. Deal. The sooner we can play it. You must finish your vegetables before you play video games, Jeff. Finish your vegetables, Jeff. Three to 5 servings of Bodo daily. I didn't board in the claims. They don't always have it, and like, I don't know. Like, they don't have any other targets for it. It's just like drawing a bunch of claims that don't do anything feels really bad. It is slunky and clone in comparison to Muse Griffin. It doesn't just look like it. It is. That is the best thing about playing Arena is the speed. The rate at which you are able to play Magic on Arena is absurd compared to Magic Online. It is so much faster. That's fair, Boomerang. In fact, one of the things that I kind of wish this list had, we've played a Phyrexia's core in the Hardened Scales deck in the past, and I've been really impressed with that card. The lack of Phyrexia's Core in this list makes me a little bit sad. Yeah, I hope playing with friends is a priority for them. That would definitely be nice to like do testing on there. So we're in a great spot here. I'm just gonna go like Hangarback, Walking Ballista, just like go. They have one card left. This Walking Ballista is gonna like murder their board very quickly. Your move, go. Like, they can't even really attack with the Scavenging Ooze, because I'm just gonna, like, block with Ravager, Overseer, like, sack a couple artifacts. Sure. The 5th mana doesn't really matter, JVL. If it was, like, their 4th mana or their 3rd mana, I would do that, but I think that the 5th mana doesn't really matter. These are like really easy blocks. So just go like block here. And I'm going to throw away my Mox Opal and my Darksteel Citadel here. So like they're going to have to sack the Selfless Spirit. And I'm not going to need to use a counter on it, which is great. I'm going to activate Steel Overseer and then put counters 3-4 by sacking these lands. Yeah, this attack seems bad. I don't know. They're just like in a bad spot regardless here. So just like attacking, hoping to push damage, hoping I mess up, like doesn't seem like a terrible line. You have a Path to Exile here. Oh, if they sack the Spirit, they can also eat it. That's a good thing to point out. I can sack another artifact, though, so I'm kind of okay with that, I think. We're gonna target my Walking Ballista with a Path to Exile here. Ensnaring Bridge is interesting. I like playing messed up cards in my Magic deck, and that's definitely a messed up card. That is an interesting target to Path to Exile. Let's go with interesting. Of all the things they could path on this board, I feel like that's maybe the worst one. It makes their scoots, sure. Like I said, chat, I don't think my opponent can win this game regardless of which line they take here with that Path to Exile. So, like, they're gonna sack this Selfless Spirit and then eat it with the Scavenging Ooze, and then I'm gonna, like, sack this Thopter and, like, have a 6/6 Arcbound Ravager and a Walking Ballista and a Steel Overseer and just, like, all these things. Just, like, doesn't matter for them. So these Bants, are they dead? I think they're dead, right? The answer to are they dead is usually yes. If Arcbound Ravager, Walking Ballista, are they dead is usually a yes. This is 9-13, and then I sack this there. Yeah, super dead. The DPS on this deck is just so absurd. He's like, does a 0 to 20 and just like split. Damage per sacrifice, right? DPT, damage per target. All right, we're 4-0. We got one more match with the old, got one more match here with the old mono green scales deck. And then we'll be diving into some standard and arena. We've got a couple of blue-white based control decks coming up. We've got straight blue-white followed by Jeskai control. And then we've got Grixis, Phoenixes, and some other goodies. I'm planning to stream for a long time today, so don't go anywhere, folks. How does it feel to win against? Modern's more fun when I'm winning. And I'd be lying. So, like, this deck wasn't anywhere near the top of the queue, Isabus. Part of the reason I picked this deck today is because I didn't feel like getting beat up again. That's definitely part of the reason Modern's felt medium. We've had a pretty big string of, like, medium decks. So I might have intentionally picked this one because I wanted to have a good second league. Rather than just get beat up. I think I'm going to be a little bit more selective about some of the decks I'm taking as Modern donations for a little bit. Rather than just like getting mono beat up some of the time. DPS is a video game term that stands for damage per second. We're really good at having Hardened Scales in our opener today. Modern's a format where you can lose with any deck you want except the 6 good ones, yeah. The good decks in this format are definitely excellent. You got 3 pair. Can't lose. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Mox Opal there because there could be a Thalia deck on Marsh Flats on 1. The auto tapper didn't screw you, your carelessness screwed you. Pay attention, class. Mardu's a good matchup for this deck. Yeah, I gotta imagine we grind them into the dirt. This deck grinds. This deck, like, kills people, but it also grinds a good bit. We also line up well into things like Lingering Souls. Yeah, looks like Mardu. You can take a Marduki over there, opponent. Yeah, I think we can grind through a K-Command, no problem. They should bring in Leyline post board. Interesting. Yeah, that's true. It stops our modular. The animation module and Hangarback Walker are both pretty good. Oh, I punted this, right? I should have played these in the reverse order. That's fine. They probably have another removal spell and would have just, like, killed the Walking Ballista and then untapped and killed the Arcbound Worker. Well, I'm kind of surprised that they sequenced the way they did. I'm gonna attack with this. Because if they double blocked there, we would shoot one with the Ballista and then Pendelhaven the Ballista. They have a Fatal Push here. Maybe they're just like playing around their own Blood Moon. Do I want to turn this into a counter? Yeah, that's probably fine because they probably have discard spells in their deck. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of standard content in the evenings, and I just can't watch Magic Online standard content, just like knowing Arena exists. Just like this is not a good option. Please deliver us with an auto tapper. Sure, K-Command here is bad for us. Do you have a recommendation on how I can play around K-Command? Or do you just want to sit there and like be negative about things we can't beat? Do you have something constructive or useful to add to that? Or are you just like whining like a Magic player? Draw Demonic Tutor, cast Demonic Tutor. Honestly, I think like, I know like trying to keep to chat constructive is part of the reason I'm doing that, but I think there's honestly a lesson to be learned there. I think a lot of people spend too much time focusing on things they can't beat while playing Magic, rather than just being like, I can't beat that, there's no point worrying about it, let's just like shove here. I think a lot of people would win a lot more games of Magic if they just like worried less about what their opponent could have when they can't beat it. Thanks, Zach. Claim seems good here. I mean, I don't really care about Blood Moon. I guess they could leyline me. They could have Bridge. We can kill them through Bridge. Walking Ballista kills them through Bridge. How do I... Correct, yes. How do I win this game, and what cards do they have that I can still beat is how you should be approaching things. Nah, I think I just want the Relic. I don't think I really want the Crypt. I don't think their deck's dedicated enough to the graveyard, really, to, like, Tormod Crypt them. Now, Throne converts resources. It doesn't generate new resources. This could be another Overseer out matchup just because they're all Doomblades. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Just, like, bring these in as a hedge against Leyline. I don't know that I... Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily want these without seeing it. Now, Mardu Pyromancer generally doesn't play Stony. I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's right, but I'm going to do it. I'm not boarding in one. Boarding in one claim is so loose. Remember when I, like, cantrip into my one Nature's Claim that I'm boarding into my deck? Seems like an absurd idea. Keep. Look at that! Look at that! No leyline. But Jeff, you call Ancient Stirring's Demonic Tutor. It'll get you Nature's Claim. Yeah, I don't think Reveler's that good against us. We can just, like, block it for a while. Just, like, really not care. Enjoy finding out the card that I drew for the turn opponent. You don't actually want your Scales in your opening hand of this matchup, Zalbar, because of these discard spells. The Scales is much safer on the top of my deck where I've cleverly left it. We can Summoner's Pact for the Nature's Claim. It is a green card, to be fair. It is a green card, to be fair. Oh, Barty. It's you really can't represent better lucky than good in emote sizes this issue. Hey, Culligan's commanded here. I'm a little bit sad, but we are definitely the question deck here. So, like, do you have it? Mardu Pyromancer, I don't think's ever played Stony, to my knowledge. Why didn't you play Karn there? Thank you, Twitch chat. I appreciate you. Why do you have to be so mad? It's only a game, opponent. Why you have to be so mad? All right, if we draw a land here, we basically kill them. All right, basically kill them has been declared. Let's not embarrass myself. Oh, I guess they showed us Dreadbore last game, huh? I wonder if I'm supposed to downtick here. Wonder if I think there's a very real possibility I'm supposed to downtick there to play around Dreadbore. Downticking plays into Lightning Bolt. They did board in Leyline. Okay. They didn't Dreadbore me. This Hangarback Walker is less appealing. Yeah, that's a Twitch issue. If you refresh your browser page, it should sync back up for you. They play Leyline against us because it turns off our modular triggers. So like Arcbound Ravager modularing is a dice trigger. So my Arcbound Ravager can't move its counters onto something else right now. So what do we have exiled here? We have Hang Boys, 2 Hangarback Walkers. Hey, Knight of St. Traff, thank you for the 10-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome. This is our last match. This is game 2, match 5. We're gonna be playing some video games here on stream. I'm excited to be a video game streamer. I thought I was gonna have to wait till Artifact to be a video game streamer. So like being a video game streamer now feels good. I should just start making... I'm just going to start making giant creatures. Screw it. What's going on, Sai? Some Karn Structs. Love it. So they chose not to flashback Faithless Looting here, so I assume they have something worth casting. How good does Artifact have to be to knock you off of Arena? I don't know. Honestly, the more I think about it, the less excited for Artifact I am. Like, as someone who does primarily Constructed, it's very difficult to have a good one set constructed, basically. So, like, even if Artifact ends up being good, I feel like I probably won't play it on this stream until they have a few sets in the bank. Because, like, the Warhammer game I'm excited they're releasing a new set pretty soon, because they definitely have some one set problems that new card games can tend to have. They're not flashing back looting again, so that means they have a card in their hand that they like. For decks that we have coming up, they can be found in the deck queue linked on my website and below the stream. For decks that we've played in the past, you can find them linked on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sheffogland. It just means for Constructed, it means that it tends to lack depth. Because there's only so much depth you can have with a small card pool. Another wear tear, yep. Oh, I should have done. I didn't sacrifice it to this because I'm an idiot. Just to cover our bases. The reason I didn't stack to proliferate is because I'm an idiot. All right, we got the 5-0. Got the Hawaii 5-0. So thoughts on this build of this deck. We've played this deck a bunch in the past. You can find my preferred iteration on my website. I think I like having access to a Phyrexia's Core in the deck. An extra sacrifice outlet as a utility land I think is something that's valuable. I think I like having a second Karn in the deck. I feel like the deck list on my website has a second Karn in it. This is my deck list page on my website if you haven't seen this before. So, Hardened Scales here. Let's take a peekaboo. There's one Karn or two. There's only one Karn in here. I guess this is pretty close to the list that's on my site here. Yeah, it's just like an extra forest over a core. Yeah, honestly, the more I play with Karn, the more I think maybe a second Karn could go in here. But at the same time, it's like, what do you want to cut? I think this deck's very good. If you haven't seen us play this deck before, you can find tons of videos of it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/FLogan. You can also find all those videos embedded on my website there that I just popped up. And with that, let's play some video games. Let's play some video games, chat.